Welcome back to the We Are T1D podcast, the podcast where we try and make sense of type 1 diabetes while also making fun of ourselves along the way. And if you didn't know by now, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jack. And today's episode is a big one. We're talking critical hypoglycemia management.
Ooh.
That was a mouthful. Basically, what to do when your blood sugars go dangerously low and your brain is not exactly firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, aka the oh crap moments. The kind of hypo where you're sweating, shaking, mumbling nonsense, and everyone around you thinks you're either drunk, possessed, or maybe even auditioning for The Walking Dead.
Exactly. And because this is our explained series, we're breaking down what critical hypos are, why they happen, and how to deal with them.
Yeah.
So let's get into part one.
Part one is, what is critical hypoglycemia? So, quick recap. A hypo is when your blood sugar drops below 4 moles. That's about 72 mg if you're in the States. But critical hypoglycemia means you're so low that you actually can't treat yourself properly anymore.
Right. So your brain basically runs on glucose. When it doesn't have enough, logic and coordination completely go out the window.
It's gone.
So that's when you might see someone else need to step in.
Yeah, and trust me, I've been there. I once went so low, I randomly brought a pack of Bakewell tarts and left work and went home before my shift had even finished. But at least I got the sugar, I guess. But the scary part is I didn't come around until midway journey home on the bus.
For me, I'll go into full zombie mode. I remember just laying there, like snack, Coke. And the missus, she's had to get up and go and get me stuff. I just can't move. I know for a fact them ones when your room is spinning so much and you think I can't get up, can't move because it's not gonna work.
No energy, just can't do it.
No, literally, no energy.
Right, and guys, these are serious situations. So let's go on to the symptoms and the signs of this.
So, what are the big red flags of a severe hypo?
Confusion. Slurred speech, can't focus, sweating buckets even though it's freezing, shaky hands, can't hold anything properly, like the time when we was at working card factory and I'm holding someone's cards and started throwing them everywhere.
I've actually quite a few cups of tea have been thrown across the front room floor.
and then you got other symptoms like irrational behavior, like refusing treatment. I remember when I was low, I was really out of it and I wouldn't take any dextrose at the time. My daughter had to force feed me them.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, and in the worst cases, seizures or unconsciousness can happen.
And here is the topping on the cake. Sometimes the person having the hypo has no clue whatsoever or how bad they are. So it's often the people around them who will spot you first.
Yeah, which is why it's important to tell family, friends, flatmates, colleagues, basically anyone who might witness you in your hypo zombie mode, what to do if you can't help yourself.
Sugar!
Yeah, exactly. Which brings us to the next subject, which is immediate treatment.
Yeah, come on, right, let's get practical, all right? If someone with type 1 is having a critical hypo and they're still conscious but not quite right, the rule is simple. Fast-acting glucose now.
Yeah. Things like glucose tablets, juice, jelly babies, whatever works fast. And importantly, don't give them food they have to chew if they can't swallow safely. No one wants the Heimlich on top of a hypo.
Exactly that. But now, if the person is unconscious or having a seizure, never ever try to feed them. That is when the emergency tools come in.
Yeah, like glucagon. The hormone shot that basically tells your liver to dump sugar into the bloodstream. That's the old school powder mix injection kits and the newer pens and nasal sprays that are the easier way.
And of course, call the emergency services if things aren't improving quickly.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Like now,
Yeah.
call them.
I remember Amber done that to me. Oh, scary. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So now we're going to jump into some real life scary stories from people just like you guys.
We did a bit of digging on Reddit, TikTok, YouTube. Some of these are quite wild.
Yeah. Here's one from Reddit. I woke up at 3 a.m., sweating and shaking, couldn't see properly, so I tried to get to the fridge. Next thing I know, I'm on the kitchen floor. My flatmate pouring orange juice into my mouth like some kind of DIY fountain.
You know what? That is terrifying, but quite slightly hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, imagine explaining that to your flatmate the next day. Like, cheers for keeping me alive, mate. Sorry about the sticky kitchen tiles.
All right. Here's another one. Someone on TikTok said they were at a club, went hypo, and their friends thought they were just drunk. Bouncers tried to kick them out until one mate screamed, "It's diabetes, not tequila!" and basically shoved jelly babies into their mouth at the door.
Do you know what? That's the thing, though, because in public, people often think that you're just hammered when you're actually low.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, it's a miracle that more of us don't end up banned from nightclubs from being too diabetic. Nah, stumbling too much, mate. Get out.
It's not my fault. All right, let's do another one. This one's from YouTube. This guy said his Dexcom alarm went off at 2 a.m. He ignored it, thought it was a dream. His dog, yes, his dog, literally dragged him out of bed until his partner woke up and realized he was 1.8.
Wow.
Dog deserves a medal.
What? Forget glucose tabs. Just get yourself a hypo detecting Labrador.
But seriously, these stories are scary because they are actually real and they prove why planning ahead matters. Wait, should we throw in some extra stories?
Go on. Well, we have got quite a few to pick from.
Yeah. All right. Pick a number between 1 and 6, Jack.
3.
3. Right. This one's from TikTok. Best man at my mate's wedding. Halfway through my speech, my voice went all slurry and my hand started shaking so bad I dropped the cards. People thought I'd neck 6 pints before lunch. Nope, just 2.1.
Wow.
The bride's mum had to run me a bottle of Lucozade mid-speech. Speech ended with, "To love, laughter, and Lucozade." Right. Jack, I'm going to give you number 2.
2. Where is it on the list? There we go. Just after 1. The hypo driving fail. This was a YouTube story we found, and it went. Once went hypo driving from work, pulled over to be safe, and thought, all right, I'll just wait it out. The next thing I know, I wake up to a random bloke knocking on my window with my engine still running, asking if I'm okay. Apparently, the matey was parked up halfway on the pavement, mumbling at the steering wheel. He said he's never been so embarrassed in his life.
Oh my God, do you know what? That's actually happened to me. I can actually relate to this so well. I finished work, right? I got into my car after work, and you know I usually sit in my car. Yeah. So basically, I started the engine, and my sugars, I remember that I didn't actually check them before I drove, which is naughty. I crashed out. And I remember Ray at work knocked on the window. He's like, Michael. And I was like, oh, sorry, I fell asleep. Like, not realizing what had made me fall asleep. And I was just like, oh.
Wow.
You think I could have like killed myself from the exhaust fumes or whatever? I don't know how it works, but yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, it's mad. Right, anyways. I just want to do this first date one. Right, first date, fancy restaurant. I went low halfway through. Couldn't string a sentence together. Sweating like I'd run a marathon. Date asked if I was nervous. I just nodded. When the waiter come over, I slurred, "Apple juice, please." Like it was code for a secret drink. She thought I was quirky. I thought I was dying. We did actually go on a second date, though.
Oh, well. They were great. It was quite fun looking for them as well.
Yeah. Oh, there were so many to pick from.
Yeah, there was loads. But yeah, that is the stories we found. So let's get into our next part of the episode, which is prevention and preparation.
Ooh. Right. So how do we stop it getting to that point? A few tips. Always carry your hypo treatments. I've always got lifts in my car. I've got them in my bag. And yes, sometimes even my hoodie pocket.
You know what I'm like, Mike. I'll take a mini hand luggage with me everywhere I go.
Oh, yeah.
Snacker Jack.
I tell people if I go weird, give me sugar. Because it can literally save my life.
Yeah.
You can wear a medical ID, like a bracelet, a necklace, a phone lock screen. It makes it obvious to strangers what's going on. When I was younger, I used to have like an army tag necklace, and it used to say type 1 insulin dependent. When I was a bit older,
never ever thought. Sorry, I was saying, it's never actually come to mind like a lock screen on your phone, because you think people are always going to check your phone.
My lock screen's We Are T1D podcast. I'm quite sad.
Mine's me and Zoe stood outside Camden Lock, so it's not going to help me at all, is it?
No, not really. And make sure your closest people to you know how to use Glucagon. You can actually get training at the hospital if needed.
Yes, you can. My wife had training when I was first diagnosed. And yeah, just don't shove the Glucagon in a drawer and forget about it. It does expire, as I found out very recently. So I need to order some more. And in a crisis, no one wants to be reading a tiny instruction leaflet in a panic mode. So, like I say, make sure.
Yeah, that's true. And as I said before, train your partner, your mum, your mate, whoever's likely to be there, to use it before you need it.
Exactly that. So that's it.
That's it.
That is it. So that's it for episode 3 of our Type 1 Diabetes Explained series. And hopefully, now you feel a bit more confident about what to do if your sugars crash hard.
Yeah. And if you want all the links, resources, even some extra scary hypo stories we didn't get to share here, we'll put them all in the blog on our website. Just head to weart1d.com.
Exactly that. Just think of it like the show notes, but with more detail and less of Mike bullying me.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Right. So check it out. You'll find emergency steps, Glucagon info, and links to official diabetes resources there.
Yeah. And as always, you can find us on Instagram at T1D_Mike and at T1D_Jack, or you can drop us an email at weart1dpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. So thanks for listening. Keep your sugar handy, your Glucagon ready, and we'll catch you in the next episode, which we might be switching to an episode every 2 weeks.
Dun, dun, dun.
We don't know yet.
Nah, we ain't got a clue what's going to happen, to be fair.
No.
We're winging it, like our Type 1 diabetes management.
Yeah.
So yes. Right, that's it. Thank you very much. See you back again, same time, same place, all of that. Bye-bye. Love ya.
And if it ain't next week, it'll be another one for the Explain series. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Bye-bye.